dwell a bit on this. So the heart is here treated so sense perception opens up a certain type of reality to us, and the heart is another type of faculty which opens up a certain different aspects of reality which are beyond the reality which is perceived by sense perception. The only thing he wants to stress is that this faculty, which is heart, is as natural as sense perception or our senses and our understanding. And by heart, he's sort of meaning the faculty of intuition in a Platonic sense, we can say. So the thing which we want to stress here is there are two things here. First is you can say the heart in a limited sense. You mean by it intuition, and people have intuition, and this opens up different aspects of reality. But then you would have to reckon with the Kantian critique of reason's ability to intuit. And if you're saying that it is not reason which intuits, but by heart you mean something else, then you would have to specify it. I don't think he is specifying it here. The heart. I mean, there is ambiguity in the use of the word heart, because heart normally would think that heart is a faculty, but is also meaning by heart here intuition, the actual act of that faculty. So by heart is meaning, or he is implying, or is he referring to supposedly intuitive faculty, the faculty of intuition, if we have. Now, do we have a separate faculty of intuition, or is just the reason which also play the role of intuition? And if it is reason, then you have to reckon with the Kantian critique, and if it is some other intuitive faculty, you haven't specified it. So that's the first point here. And the second thing about the Quranic usage of the word heart or qalb, Quran uses three words: qalb, fuad, and sadr, in variety of meanings. So you can't. But one of the meaning is center of consciousness. And center of consciousness is, in this sense, the base or the foundation of all our faculties of knowledge, perception, etc. So in this sense of the word, the center of consciousness, heart would also is the foundation of all other faculties. So in this sense, heart would also be, the heart would also be the foundation of our sense perception. So it's not as if sense perception is opening up one aspect of reality and heart is another, but it is that even this aspect of reality, which is open to us through sense perception, cannot function without heart as its foundation. And here heart means our center of our overall consciousness. So in a sense, this center of consciousness is our knowledge is the foundation of our knowledge, basis of our knowledge, in the sense that it provides the background of taken for granted information, as well as the background of foundational information, through on the basis of which all our sense perception and everything works. And that's why, in that sense, إذا صلح الجسد كله, in a hadith sharif, when Prophet says, if it is wholesome, this heart, then the whole everything else is wholesome. So the condition of this heart, its overall being, which is primarily determined by its overall state of consciousness, that will determine even your sense perception, how you perceive the thing. So in the Qur'anic sense, it's not that heart is just another faculty, but it's alongside sense perception and other faculty, but heart is the very foundation of our knowing and interacting with the world, this world and in any other world. And the conditions of our heart will determine how we perceive reality. And in this sense, heart is the center. By heart we mean center of consciousness. And in that sense, it's not just our way of knowing, but it's also our way of being as well. So these are two important clarifications on this point. Okay, let's go back to the text.